Nova League team going up against a Master Series team. Of course, anyone can win it. Rob Mirage.
British Airways. That's an interesting statement, but here we go, getting into the first round here. We are not going to see a kit on the side of Team Radius. A very interesting decision made, but they do have the Molotov towards B. Gonna throw early. Won't have any effect, although our Clutch Tigers are grouping up towards that area of the map, but not going to be popping out instantly. Mainly due to the fact that nobody was even thrown early, or maybe they were expecting it. Dodo looks like he's going to be leading the chance. They got some utility of their own, but mainly just 3 armored players. It's going to be Senderko hit to defend alongside Forster. They're going to be popping out now. Ice full blind, unable to find anything, but they're going to be bursting out of the apartments, and Derko's going to be shut down instantly. Dodo's going to find one of his own, and the B site is going to be secured straight away. Or maybe not. Radius, 2 kills to reply, and keeping it in an equilibrium, 3 on 3. Now 3v2. Dodo and Captain now going to have to try and hold on.
Yeah, Rue is just looking towards that bench position, waiting for Dodo to make a mistake. Bench will capitalize it. And Radius are going to take the pistol round.
To be fair, that's very well played for him. I got scared when they didn't have the kit, and they seemed to use their util preemptively. Those are all signs that they used to play against these lower tier opponents, but well, the mechanics didn't look off that round, and they showed it. They hit some headshots, and the first round will go their way. But Alcatrazz did get the bomb plant, so could be Singapore's here. Does it look like it's going to be exactly that? Mac 10's Glil, scout there for Cat, muted, can't unmute him, sucks to suck, but yeah. Here we are. We have utility to work with, and looks like Alcatrazz are going to go into a slow default.
We'll see repeat connection. Might be up on the scout player, he's been tagged and he was back away from that side. Looks like Alcatrazz have managed to push Radius off mid quite convincingly.
Does seem to be their goal gain, and Mac Control hit the site if they get any picks. Already done significant damage to Rue, but no Mac Control. Essentially, I mean, they have mid, now Vesenderko's gone down, now opens up a lot of avenues, but traded out through the underpass, not expecting the early apps push. 2 people top mid are there to trade, but they're unable to do so. Dodo was brought out towards ramp. Now Alcatrazz have to make a decision. All of their cards have been shown, but with that man aggressive towards F, so you want to risk going towards B? Most likely not. Smokes are going to be thrown out to the opposite bomb site, but that's where the majority of the enemy force remains, so gunfights are going to be pivotal, and the flank is in motion. Question is, will they be able to clear the frags? Dodo, entry, volley down towards under balcony. All clear though, he's got to fight the people towards jungle, and triple box Root, he's low HP, but Bench is there to support him. Captain's going to swing out to get the trade, but not before he gets Zink, and that damage is going to be the end of him. Ice is now left alive in a 1 versus 2, finds the first, but walking out towards stairs, he's sandwiched from the flank coming in from ramp, and that it doesn't even come into fruition before Bench shuts him down, and Radius will find their second round.
Yeah, there's an unlucky timing there. Bench managed to get him pretty much with his pants down. He had the flash out, he peeked right at the right time, and Radius are going to have a good advantage here. As Alcatrazz, their economy isn't looking good after the force buy.
Not at all. That was their chance to come back early, but now they're going to go down by potentially 3 unless these pistols can work some magic. Once again, looking towards the B bomb site. Preemptive molly from Radius could throw a spanner in the works if they choose to throw it, but not this round. Going to play it for contact instead. And Alcatrazz turned down the momentum a little bit.
Yeah, they control the time here, and they can just wait it out and show their cards, but they have already been spotted low mid.
Well, the nades are going to be pouring in the top of them. There's going to be a lot of damage to be dealt here if the nades are well timed. Ice is going to get nuked. You can pretty much count him out now with only a pistol and no armor. Rue's going to secure it, and Lilio has a chance to secure some kills, but all hell's breaking out in loose. All the players are dead. The Apps player is dead as well, and that's it, really. Just a Deagle left alive.
Yeah, he's got the bomb. He's against 4 well-built opponents. So really he's going to try and do as much as he can as he wants with the Molotov. Sander going to get that last kill. And Radius are building up their lead 3-0 as we enter round 4.
Very good start for Radius here. I expected a little bit more from Alcatrazz, but if any of you have listened to me shout over this game before, which I guess is your loss because I don't have the best voice in the world, but you know, I always say it's the gun rounds that matter. Any team can go and win the pistol round and win the 2 rounds after. When it comes down to the guns, the real skill starts to show, and I think with Alcatrazz, they're going to be feeling a lot more comfortable with AKs and AWPs in their hands, especially someone like Dodo, who is a pretty competent entry fragger when he gets his groove on. Let's see what they're able to do. Be heavy default, now looking to take the control. The Windows make allows for Dodo and his teammate to just run out. Take a little bit of control. Captain's going to hurt Sodi with the AWP, and now we're going to wait for the aggression from Radius.
Some people may have noticed, Alcatrazz Tigers has quite a few old woozy esports players. I mean, like really old, Season 1.
Yeah, they're all reuniting here. Maybe not the last dance to run an org, so maybe looking to bring back the glory days, although that's not looking too good. Trade down the other side of the map, so equilibrium, and a 1-for-1 for the T side is much better than for CT. Splits up their defense, and now you can see the B players completely isolated from the A bomb site. If all 4 players just decide to walk for out here, it could be a catastrophe if multi-frags aren't found. Senderko's looking to prevent that from happening. A hesitation from Ice on the smoke might cost him. Ruse instantly traded out, but they did not account for the player on shore who's able to keep the manpower in the favor of Radius. Cat now strikes down Striker. Force is sorely hurt towards CT, but Senderko, he's still a threat coming in from shore. Is he gonna drop the bomb carrier? No, he just missed and lets Ice cross. That is a bit of a yikes, and now we see the post-plant situation.
I think Cat's got an important role to play here. He's got the HP advantage and an AK. Sanders AWP could do bits here. 4-7 on the flank though. Cat's turn around, no sim, easy headshot for him. It's just Sander left and live. He's going to be playing it aggressive. He's not backing down.
Looks like it's going to be backing off a bit now as a left-right good night from Cat finds the entry, cleans up the guy in CT, forces the save, and Alcatrazz will secure the first gun round. A little bit shaky to be fair. I would expect it to be cleaner if they are the better team. So Radius, they still got a chance of hope here to come back and win the series, but it is a best of 1. It can go either way. And with the AWP saved, you could expect Radius to force up into this. They had the money for Masters and MP9s, so it looks like that's what's going to happen. No AWP just yet for Alcatrazz, and a concession with the Galil handed over to Dodo. Now is there a chance to get some momentum, some economy. And Radius, they need to shut it down.
What we've seen with Radius before is they play quite well, just quite puggy. You'll see less executes from them, but they do seem to be able to frag in those important situations.
Definitely. I mean, their util usage hasn't exactly been perfect for a CT side. I don't really see any special setups, but they've made up for it with the kills they get. They're really not slacking in the frag department right now, so that has been working out in their favor against a team like Alcatrazz, which is a little bit more utility-based, I would say, even if they do have the better individuals, but that comes with experience. Dodo, there's the entry fragger coming up through Connector, who will only be good for 1. He was only supposed to beat the distraction. The rest of the A players are going to trade it out, and once again, leave it in the 3 versus 3. Retake situation for Radius unless someone can sneak in a sneaky kill. Bomb's going to be planted for default, which is a interesting move to say the least. Not the most defendable position, especially when you have 2 players positioned towards that ramp area. Alcatrazz have the util to defend it. Will they win the aim fights as well? And that's going to be the Kobe down to its player on Firebox. It's now just down to Captain and Cat. Fun secured. Second in the bag as well. The rifle for Captain's going to do it all with Cat to find the last. Now Alcatrazz will once again hold on in a 2 versus X retake.
Yeah. After Radius gave up the site, it was going to be a hard retake from the beginning. They did have 2 players towards CT, which did help them with a very nice nade towards Firebox. Took out 1 player instantly, but Captain was just in the perfect position. They didn't really check it. Ultimately won them the round.
Radius just gave away the 1v1 gunfights, and in a retake situation against a team you know are better individually than you, that's not something you want to be doing, and in my mind at least, they threw a raid around. It might have looked close, but to be honest, it wasn't. And now they're stuck on the pistols, running out towards short with the tail between their legs. They realise that now the bomb site is in. Alcatrazz will obviously have it for free. And for Radius now, it's just a question of how much damage can he do. And if possible, can he get any guns? Because they will be buying in the next one with the double loss bonus.
Yeah, you can pretty much confirm this round for Alcatrazz. It is just how much damage can Radius do.
Ooh. I mean, I got a 1 kill. I thought there might have been a little bit more with the funnel coming in from CT, but Soda's going to mop it up. Legit. And now the score is going to be equal.
Yeah, they haven't been able to afford an orb, which is probably annoying Rue quite a bit. He's had to force an MP9.
We had that orb like 1 time, I think. So, yeah. And that's the round they lost, that first gun round. So yeah, hasn't really had a chance to show his prowess, on the big green. Then Captain Vo is going to get his chance, second time now, and Alcatrazz going to be trying to take some early mid control. Failed molly towards Con actually does leave a player in there, and he could be a threat later running around when they decide to come up closer. The nade will be dunked onto ice, but not much damage done, and now it's game of who wants to move first, who wants to sow face first. Both of these teams, to be fair, play relatively passive. Obviously, Alcatrazz have to try and make the first move at one point, being the T side, but generally speaking, you can see they're trying to wait for the aggression from the CTs, but Radius not giving them anything to work with.
Yeah, normally you'll see Forcev plays quite aggressive in apps, but because they've got 2 players on B, they haven't got much of a short hold from, I think, Sander. They've had to play, at least they're much more defensive.
Dodo's just going to be whipping around for those double entries, and well, I mean, you can play defensive as much as you like, but when you got an entry flagger like that on your position, you got to start racking up the kills, and now it's down to Forcev here, left alone. I wouldn't cut him out just yet, or maybe you can with Vice fragging him out. The Radiants aren't exactly in the best position here. Their economy doesn't exist. They've taken a lot of damage, and they're in a 2, make that 1 versus 4. Even if you can get the kill here, Bench might have to fall back, although the bomb's not planted just yet. Might give him a few ideas to stick around and try and make something work, but no. Gonna go even further back. Or maybe not.
Yeah, but it doesn't really seem to be giving it up, which, yeah, it's not going to work for him. Captain can hit those any day of the week. Nice shot from Apps, all finished on, and Alcatrazz now hold the lead.
That is more like it. I mean, Team Radius, they haven't run a single gun round yet, so again, you just step up their game. Again, I said it looks close, but it really isn't if you look at how Alcatrazz have been winning their rounds. They just basically go into a site, kill everybody, and they pull the rotations right to the other side, so it works out perfectly in their favour. This round might not. It's going to be an A stack with all 5 members on this bomb site. Nades are going to go down towards ramp. It's enough damage to bring it through these players in a 1-shot headshot Radius, but Cat's going to spray them down. Bench replies with 2 to P250. That's going to be 2 AKs within reach, but Luga's going to deny them both. That got a little bit too close for comfort for Alcatrazz, but Radius aren't able to get anything from it apart a few bit of stat pads.
Jaeger's esports on Vertigo currently winning 3-2 against Aftertruck.
Let's go, boys. I promise, guys, I don't have any bias towards them. 100%. No bias.
Of course not.
Nah, nothing.
It's not like you are pretty much a dedicated chat spam.
Nah, no. I'm not a dedicated chat spammer, former manager, 100%. Whew, that was a tight one. Bench saved by the wall clipping there. He's gonna now think twice about peeking into the AWP of Captain, or maybe not. Goes for the repeat, gets punished adequately, and Alcatrazz find a very early opening. Alleviates a lot of pressure towards the middle of the map. In fact, lets them have it completely for free, and Strike is spotted out towards the CT position. This may force Alcatrazz to go through and execute. They have all the information, though. The rotations are going to come through, and they have the utility to lock out the players, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Ice and Cat now going to be walking up, and Dodo, he's been this constant presence for the entire game, and he's not going to falter here. Rue is deleted, and Radius once again in just a horrible post-plant situation, and Dodo's going to look to make that even worse.
Yeah, you can see Alcatrazz Tigers using utility perfectly. They managed to get Striker off the site with the CT smoke, and from there it was just an easy open. It's connect.
I mean,
it's free for Dodo to just entry frag from, and he might be caught off here.
Also, he's looking snappy today. He's going to bring it back into 2-on-2, and maybe this clutch is a little bit more winnable. But one player position towards ramp, and this time the bomb powered for him. Orp as well, so he's going to be difficult to clear, and only a few flashes to work with. If they clear the rifle, it is doable. The Orp is going to be spawned out, but Captain lands those every day of the week. And it could have been, but it wasn't meant to be, as Alcatrazz get up to 6, and well, that doesn't look like they're stopping anytime soon. That is 6 in a row, actually, I think.
Yep. As you said on the 4th round, you can win pistol round in the 2 after, but it's the gun rounds that really make the difference.
Exactly. That's all that matters really. Most of the game is the gun round. So if you can't win then why? What are you doing? You know. But you know, it happens. You still can't count out these pistols, especially at some levels of play. I've seen too many times where you've just got 5 deagles and one guy's just killed 7 people somehow, and then the next 2 people a headshot. But I don't know if that's going to be happening just here. These players are not playing for the team. Individual brilliance is what's been shining through for Radius, and that's going to continue to hold true for Sunderco as he lands those 2 headshots. And this time the guns will be retrieved, but there's no Kevlar to back them up, but a more winnable situation for Radius than any of the last 6 rounds, to be fair.
Yeah, it is scarily close, but I think it's going to be quite an easy B-bomb site take. 4-7, Kevlar and MP9 at bench. He's not going to be able to take any long-range fights, but he is in a lovely position. Finds 2.
There's no way.
No shot. Captain, you can't throw this away.
There's the first. Second's going to come in with the USP! And the last place down towards mid. Forsive, he almost had something prepared. He almost made us believe that now he's Captain with 2 of his own, but he's fine for short. Bench doesn't swing it. The Captain's still unaware, goes for the whip shot, but doesn't land it. Not fast enough. Both of those players made us believe, and in the end, it's going to be Bench that secures Alcatrazz their 4th round on the pistol buy as well.
You could see he was so convinced Bench was at market. He flashed it, he planted safe from it, but yeah, his guess was so wrong.
I mean, that's just well played by Bench, even if it wasn't a fake fight, you know, just anticipation and, you know, knowing you're playing against an Orpho. If you're going to peek back, you're going to instantly die. You wait for the plant, wait to his out position and swing it, and, well, he got the perfect timing. That's going to be round secured, and Radius are going to go for the double orbs here. Sunderco typically playing towards short, so it'll be interesting how that messes up Alcatrazz's very mid-heavy default.
What do you see? They're sending the players on the fast to just get that full control, clear it out bit by bit. And they're probably going for the A split here.
Very heavy mid presence, but it's going to be thinned down just a little bit by Bench. Primary Orp is going to nail down now, so now Force is going to be looking for blood of his own. Swings into Dodo though, and that was a mistake because now it's a 1-for-1. A little bit too trigger happy, went in dry as well, and you can tell the difference between these teams mainly from their utility usage. I mean, you see Alcatrazz is throwing all the mollies and the smokes and correctly timed flashes to clear all these angles, whereas Radius, they are much more reactive. They throw a molly when they see someone, they throw a smoke when they see someone, and I haven't really seen them use a flash just yet. Once again, it's the individual skill that they're counting on, as Sunderco shows us in apps, and Alcatrazz are forced into the A execute.
Yeah,
And then the... Sorry.
In jungle, isn't going to be able to do much there. Dodo clearing the sight of Striker. Bench going to be able to get the trade though as he plays round the smoke.
Ooh. That's a flick and a half. There we go, Radius, that's a little bit more like it. Looks like they're starting to come back into it a little bit more now. Alcatrazz, they got that 6 rounds in a row, they got that lead, but they can't let it slip. Mirage is a very even-sided map. Some people even have better T-sides than CT side, so you want to get as big an advantage as possible, and not just because of that. It's also about the morale. If you just stomp them out right here, right now, the likelihood is a team of this level, they're not really going to have the motivation to come back into it or the fortitude to resist, so... set your game up if you really want to win, but Radius, they're looking a little, or rather a lot better than they did in that previous string of rounds. Gonna be sticking with the double up, and it worked for me in the last, so you can't blame them. And Alcatrazz once again going for their mid-heavy default, but I just want to lurk out towards ramp a lot more early than he usually does. Won't be able to catch anybody off guard as his position is exposed, but there is no like direct mid presence. We're all holding off angles, so Alcatrazz can take all of that for free.
As you were saying earlier about the you're gonna have to secure as many rounds as they can on CT because they haven't got the executes down to be winning too many rounds on T.
Now, if you ask me at least, I would say this game will be decided in the first half. Whoever has the biggest lead will win, and that's not just bigger number equals win. It's just because of the difference in the experience of these teams mainly. Alcatrazz, they played together before, and at least to my knowledge, they've been in a lot more team environments. I've personally been on a team with Dodo. I know he knows how to play the game properly and from the team sense, so I know they'll have a lot more coordination when it comes to these team rounds, but individuals, they seem to be matched 1-for-1 rounds like this seem to show us. Cat nails the headshot onto Rue.
He had a lovely flick there, Cat, into Market. It seemed inhuman. He's watching short and just suddenly flicks into Market.
That was a nice little adjustment there. I mean, a little bit of a rest breaker. Gave me carpal tunnel just looking at it. Radius, I'm gonna be sticking with these double orbs though, and like I guess I don't think they've died, so keep them running is what you've run your last few rounds off. And finally we see Alcatrazz on pistols. That's something we haven't seen in quite a while, and the nade's gonna do quite a bit of damage. Striker is gonna find out opening kill, and Rue with the nade, and now the rifle just looking to shut them all down. Does get traded by Cat with the one hit headshot. Low HP on the remaining two players, though. Can't really cross towards the bombs. Like Cat picks up the rifle, unable to secure the kill. Makes it out with his life, just barely, and bomb's going to be secured. So Alcatrazz can relax a little bit. They've completed their objective. Ice is surely going to die here. Forced out into the open.
No way!
And what is going on?
Standard, yeah, okay.
Jesus. I don't know how he got there.
Rounds like this end up way too close. Yeah, Cat somehow managed to shift his way into jungle and catch the Team Radius players by surprise. Ice in a sticky situation ever since that nade landed firebox.
That was a little bit different. I don't know how he was able to get out there, but he does, secures the first two and makes that very, very winnable. But it was the nades and the HP that shuts him down. Still a very good round. And with the bomb plant, with the extra kill money, they are able to bring out the open to captain, and we've seen what he's done before. Maybe he can be the player that really brings him back into the start. 7-6, so nobody's won it just yet. Still a chance for both teams to take the lead, even if it is just by one round. If you extend that with the pistol, it can be everything.
Interesting, Bench and Sander holding the orcs for Radius. Normally, I mean, they haven't got Define, so that's one less. You see, ruin it as Ice gets kill, down connect onto Striker. Alcatrazz now have the man advantage.
Maybe Sandoko is just feeling it a little bit. Definitely showing us that he's been able to secure those apps kills time and time again, and that's been a thorn in the side of Alcatrazz on all of their defaults, because that's mainly what they've been playing. They haven't really had many, or any, pocket strats. Their utility usage has been good, but you haven't seen anything fancy just yet. And that is obviously the signs of a new team. Dodo's going to be flashed out towards short, looking to open up this B-bomb site, but Sanderko's going to deny it. Oh, his teammate Captain, he's too far behind us. Sanderko, he's reading them like a book, but he isn't fast enough. Captain's going to nail him in the face. Had a full back with the bomb. There's still 40 seconds left on the clock, so Alcatrazz can go back to this A-bomb site if need be. And Ice looks like he's looking to secure that. Bench is deleted from the equation, and now it's Rue and Force. Now, looking to stop Alcatrazz from equalizing.
Yeah, they saw the C4 in apps, and it's just been rotated to A so quickly. They haven't fully called Rue over, Force sorry, over to the A-bomb site. They will now. Or not, no. Yeah, I can't tell what they're doing.
I mean, it secures the AWP, and if you look at their economy, if they say V2 guns, they will have a guaranteed buy in the next round, the last round and a half, so I'm going to be assuming that's what they're doing. Alcatrazz has a very good recovery from those first two opening kills, opening fights that they lost, so Well played by Ben.
It still seems to be very momentum based.
Definitely. I mean, Radius, they won those first 3 rounds. I mean, you can count that partially down towards momentum, even if it's those pistols. Alcatrazz come back with 6 of her own, and finally the 7th after a little bit of despair. Both of these teams definitely rolling off a bit of a snowball effect. As we come into the last round and a half. As close as it can be, 7-7. On a map like Mirage, kind of expected. But if you look at the teams, definitely not.
Yeah.
Radius are fine. They've been giving Alcatrazz a 1 for their money. You gotta give them respect for that, but it is only the first half.
I think Radius must have been doing some practice for this tournament. After the upset in the Nova League semi-final 4-7. And Radius know Alcatrazz Tigers are so reliant on this mid-control. They just want to shut it down bit by bit.
I think that has been the biggest problem in Alcatrazz's attack, is that they were too predictable. Even with the good util, the solidly defined default and the better individuals, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you're going to get sussed out eventually, and that's exactly what's been happening. They double up on their mid presence and just secure all of the kills and force Alcatrazz into an unfavorable situation. It looks like it's going to have to be captain to step up once more as he finds those 2 opening picks. Legs to play on towards short, Luna's one towards CT, won't land the flick, and they're both low HP. Very much still, but it's going to be jumping through the smoke with the Tech 9. That is not something you see every day, man. Eventually, he gets shut down, punished for his over-aggression. Now left alone, 1 versus 2. No HP on both these players, 2 bullets will secure it. The question is, does he get checked? The flash is gonna... What even is that flash? That's so random, but I mean, it works out. So Durka's got to secure the kill for a round and a half for Team Radius. Well played by them in these first 15 rounds. Now the teams are going to flip.
Yeah, score update. So it was 4-3 last time we checked in on the Jaegers versus Aztec game. It's now 12-3.
Easy for Jaegers, if you know it. A little bit of update, I got one as well. Bjorn Countings, as you guys know him from the new Hollow Point roster. And the say organization, I'm no longer there. He's running it all from me. CBA go next. They won 60-0 in their game, so they made it through to the next stage as well. And I've currently got a scoreboard stuck on my screen. So I'll be back in a second.
No, I've got it stuck on my screen as well.
Alright then, I'll just type retry in console and get back in.
Yeah,
alright, here we go. I'm going to give you a little bit of a radio cast here. Radius are going to be bursting out towards this B bomb site. It's going to be Bench and Ruhr to secure the openings. Captain's going to be the one to find a response, and Cat's going to chime in as well. It was a 3 versus 3, but as quick as you can say that, Captain's just going to nail down Bench towards Bench. And leaves Durka in a 1 versus 3. 1 bullet's going to end Captain. Still 2 more to go. Dinks Ice looking doable if Alcatrazz don't pay their cards right. Still peeking, trying to find this 1v1 fights. That's the way to win these kind of situations, especially on the pistol rounds. We gotta be careful to come in for both angles. Needs to nail the kill soon, and Ice is gonna deny it. That was a pug pistol round to save at least, but Alcatrazz will walk away with the victory.
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly reconnect there. Interesting bug.
I've only ever seen it on PV Pro before. It's a new one.
I've never spectated on PV Pro. I've played a lot of tournaments on there, but
I got it during the tournaments, so quite weird.
That's not fun.
Yeah, weird. Never. You gotta call like a 10-minute pause to reset your scoreboards. Well, I guess I'll continue my radio show right now and listening into radio flows here on OFL Live.
Oh, that's a nice ring to it.
That actually doesn't sound too bad. I might have to contact the BBC about this.
Yeah, they can see what's going on now. It is 8-8.
Radius here with the force bite, looking to go towards B. Lug is going to be forced off this boost pretty early, but it doesn't stop him from getting a kill. Dodo's going to chime in from short. Free money racked up on the MP9s is making bank right now, and Captain's going to secure a rest. Radius barely... In fact, they didn't even do 100 damage overall. At least not yet. Rue's still alive, but what can they do? Only a Tech 9. Although, Alcatrazz are going to try and push him. That could be their downfall. They are playing for the trade, although a little bit separated. Now no Rue's position. Taps down Captain, but obviously nothing more he could do. 9-8 now for Alcatrazz as they secure the lead once again.
Yeah, as you said, he's only got a Tech 9. You've got to watch some more Rue pistol rounds. Like, I think a 4K and an ace in like 2 pistol rounds on overpass. Insane.
I mean, fair enough. If you can do it, you can do it. Now we're going to see the gun around. Alcatrazz obviously with a lesser bio on CT side. Concessions in the SMGs and the Scout, but we'll see what they can do to work with it. Raised with a very different default. I've never seen this before. They just kind of have 2 guys towards apps, 2 guys towards ramp, and 1 guy towards mid. That's usually a response to a team constantly taking mid aggress instead of something you do right off the bat. So we'll see how they work with it. The flash over the top debates some utility will only be rewarded with a HE. And looks like Rue will be able to find this opening pick onto ice.
It is going a bit quiet. Radius just finding their time. Dodo, lovely shot to bench there, but he's taken a lot of damage. Nade's going to come in for a bit on 4-7. Cat could finish this off. Lovely communication from Alcatrazz there.
That is what you call teamwork. It makes the dream work, and in this case, Cat's going to be asking for some more backup, or maybe not. Secure's going to strike a solo, and now going to be aiming for his teammates so they can attempt this retake. All the cards in their favour, maybe the lack of HP, the only disadvantage that Alcatrazz currently possess. So Go's going to find a blind kill with Stevie Wonder. And Durko's going to be shut down before anything can come to fruition, and Alcatrazz will continue their streak.
I have never heard that before. Calling a blind kill Stevie Wonder's amazing.
Yeah, oh, it was a thing we did on one of my old teams, and I don't know why. One of the guys just loved Stevie Wonder, so every time someone got a blind kill, it's like, ah, there goes Stevie Wonder again. He plays CS now, apparently.
That's amazing.
He is a legend, but, yeah, when it comes to casting, yeah, I've got to come up with things on the spot. Sometimes my brain has a little meltdown and says stupid things.
I think Jaegers have just secured a 16-3 victory on Vertigo.
Dubs. Oh, I mean, I was just about to say dub secured for Jaegers. More like Sandaku there. Captain is removed before he can even blink, and Nodo is being forced back. Only good for the one. This break so isn't there, but a TK might cause all the trouble. Cat with the AWP's gonna leg another. That's now 2 low HP. Gotta follow that up with the shot through the wall to nail him down. And Ice Fang through the short smoke will do a little bit more damage off his low. It's all down to Rue and Striker with 2 players for the TC side grouped up towards his B bomb site, which is where Radius are trying to go, but Rue, he's faster. Entry secured. Rotation is now going to come through, and the bomb plant as well. That almost was very bad, but now it's a 2 versus 2. Cat now walking out, finds the trade kill. Lovely AWP shot. Striker removed. Rue left last alive. He's going to expose his position, and Cat switched over to the AK-47, looking to take this close range engagement. He doesn't expect the wrap round the back. And Radius will secure a gun round. That is a very well played clutch by Rue. He held on to his nerve. Maybe he shouldn't have sprayed to give away his position, but in the end he wins it due to better positioning, so you got to give that to him. And that crushes the economy of Alcatrazz as well, who will now just be down to the Eagles in this one.
It is closer than you'd expect. As we said before, 10-9. And Alcatrazz Tigers are currently on a pistol buy. Let's see what they can do with these Eagles. Cat spots one. Cat walk.
It's this lack of team play once again that's making Radius struggle. These rounds could be a lot closer if they just play together, because these Eagles are giving the free. They're just giving the heads up 1v1 aim fights, which is exactly what you want when you have a 2-hit close range weapon, one hit headshot, right? So Ice is well secured. His AK-47 finds his second kill of the round. Radius are being melted.
Yeah, when you're up against a team that is so good as like individual players, you really have to string together the teamwork, and they just haven't done it.
The coordination wasn't there. The call was go mid, and then I don't know who it is that went out first. The Wingers and Darker, he just ran out and tried to take a fight con by himself and just got flanked. There's nothing he could do in that situation. Bench's position now known. Legs, 1 HP. Captain as well. He's super low. Surely Bench gonna check this corner. There's no way he doesn't know Big Captain in possession of the bomb. Will need the instant headshot, and Bench has a nade. We could see the dunk.
Good. AK vs AWP. You'd expect Bench to win this, but it is going to be very dependent on timing.
Timing's going to be it all, and it might actually work out in the captain's favour. There's only 15 seconds left on the clock for Bench to clear all these angles, and surely he doesn't collect toes. Con runs with his knife out, shut down, and Alcatrazz will win the deco.
It was a risky one from the captain to peek it there, but he had the sound cue and managed to run with it. Alcatrazz Tigers winning the deco, as you said. It does make them favourable. Just in the game in general, when you look around like that, you'd expect them to have such a bigger lead.
That is true. They are not exactly playing to our expectations, but they are winning, and that's what matters. And if they play their cards right here, they should have another round for free right off the bat, as long as they, just don't mess up and all get killed by Ruse Tech 9 or something, which, to be fair, could happen. And here we see that fast B play, the Molotov, no smoke for it. There's going to be a lot of damage done. 1 dig for Bench, make that 2 digs. And now the player's going to come to try shut it all down, but the damage has already been dealt. The Molotov's going to deny the bomb plant, but not long enough. And now Cat's going to try to take these fights to bring it more in their favour. Doesn't stop the C4 from being planted. And an unlikely retake situation here for Alcatrazz.
I mean, they've got quite a bit of damage in already. They've got the 2-in market standard with the P250s looking for the ice. Gonna find 2.
Ooh. The last one was a little bit iffy, but kills are kills. You get the kills, and, well, I guess that's all that matters. Win the round, 12-9, closer than they would have wanted, especially with their economy situation. But dub secured. Oh, now out for Radius on T side. CTs are going to be bringing out a big green of their own, and battle the top frag as it might become if you look at the scoreboard is, well, you can easily see that the 2 AWPers are top for their respective teams, which, to be fair, is as it should be. That's how they should be performing. Let's see how much of an impact they have, like, on a round-to-round basis. See them go head-to-head. Radius looks like they just want to go for the straight ramp play, which could work out if Cat's locked out from the bomb site as he's playing towards his connected position.
Rue and the rest of the teammates lining up and execute for A. Smokes going over now along with the flash. CT, stairs and jungle all out. Ice in a very good position in the middle of the site, finds 2, 1 with his M4 and 1 with the AWP. Nade gonna come in big damage onto all 3, and now Alcatrazz Tigers already shutting this round down. Team Radius are gonna have to look for an alternative.
That is exactly how you deal with a situation like that. You throw down the molly, you have your teammate come through the smoke to support you, and you hold your ground. That is perfectly played there by Alcatrazz. And yeah, exactly, Radius are stuck. There's literally nothing they can do. That's why you don't go for an AXX straight away. This is literally the exact reason. Because stuff like this just happens, and there's literally nothing you can do to run around now. Sandako's gone with the bomb thanks to Dodo's quick flank. And Bench only has 3 HP to live for.
Yep. Off he goes. Alcatrazz Tigers now 13-9. And they played that to perfection. You can't... There's nothing you can say bad about that round.
No,
they didn't get smoked off at all. We had a clear view into ramp and just took them down with his M4. Then Dodo with the flank trapping them. Radius really didn't leave themselves any other options.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better reaction from Alcatrazz. From Radius, what are you doing? Unless you have a hard read as to Alcatrazz setup, which in this case they didn't, you just don't go for an AX straight off the bat like that. It's just a suicide. It's a death sentence. And so is peeking out mid into Captain, apparently, as he nails down 2. No effort required. Flash over cons to secure the rest. If he can, that is, if they give him the gunfights. And over the top, forces him out of position. Cat's going to catch Striker midair, whips onto the guy on under. No kill successful, but still a massive lead for Alcatrazz. In this sticky situation now, Benson Forsberg. Forsberg? Forsberg. I don't know.
Forsev?
Forsev?
That sounds right. That's what I've been saying.
I'll go with Forsev then. I'll take your word for it. My lift is definitely not helping me out here, but it looks like they're going to be heading out towards this A bomb site. There's 2 people here directly to defend. Nice. We've seen him step up before. Finds the first, and Captain. Little swish. Elegantly to the left. Alcatrazz to find their 14th round.
Yeah, they are 2 rounds away from winning, and Radius don't have a very good economy, and they're gonna force. I mean, there's nothing much else they can do here. If you save this round, you've got to really hope you can equalize and bring it into overtime.
I mean, to be fair, with the loss bonus as well, they still have money to buy in the next, so they're just giving themselves the best possible chances to try and win, and I don't blame them, but not wanting to pay for overtime, I can understand that. Don't want to pay for that added pressure onto their back, and this fast-paced round seems to be paying off of them. A lot of damage dealt in their direction, but they get an equal amount of kills and the bomb plant out of it. And now Alcatrazz, in a situation they probably wasn't expecting in this round. That they have a lot of utility to work with, and again, these players are so low HP. It's pretty much 1 bullet to kill all of them. That's bench just going to be removed straight away. And, I mean, you wanted something, but nothing was delivered from Radius.
Yeah, lovely nade onto Tetris and Dodo getting the kill with the AUG. It was a beautiful retake, and now, yeah, Radius is just going to have to buy what they can. It's 59 Alcatrazz Tigers on match point. And just so much money in the bank, even if they were to lose this one, they could buy for another 2-3.
Yeah, and they've got 6 chances here to win out this best of 1 and proceed to the next stage of the Winter Wonderland tournament. Alcatrazz, they just need to take it slow and steady, round by round, hopefully only 1 round, and not do exactly that, which is make stupid mistakes, i.e. pushing 1 by 1 into an AWP. With no flash. That was a bit weird. Logan's left alone on B by himself. The short play is probably going to be locked out by these smokes. He's going to need to find at least 2 kills here to make the situation favourable for Alcatrazz. Radius wants to going for one. Their executes right at the bat, and with their aggressive player dying, they have no clue, really, this Dutch side. They literally don't know what is about to happen, or the bomb is going back. They go for a fake. They go for a fake. This could work. This could actually work. All these players are towards this big bomb site. They have no idea that it's going to be the opposite site.
Yeah, they've got pretty much nobody on A apart from the jungle player. Yeah, they're starting to rotate players off. They've got Dodo in a good position.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's been taken out of the equation.
Okay, this is really cool. I love this view. It's really... yeah. Getting all the action.
Yeah, I changed mine, so...
Here we go. Captain, he's landed his first 2 kills. It keeps it in an equilibrium. Smoke for the Molotov, gonna try play around it. Sanderko's not gonna give him any joy, or maybe he does. Leg to the left side, can't see around the fringe of the smoke. But Sanderko, he can't stay there forever. There's only 10 seconds. He has to swing up 1 point. That's a missed shot. But Sanderko's forced into the 5 boxes. There's nothing more he can do. He has to plant the bomb. Captain kills the wrong person, but they find the round off time. 16-9, and Alcatrazz, they will take Mirage, they'll take the map, they'll take the win, and I'll move on to the next stage. A little bit, well, not close, but closer than he would have expected. You got to give props to Radius there, but in the end, it was the Dutchman that came out on top.
Yeah, well played from Alcatrazz targets take that.